Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today we have our new figure pickups episode 20, and I cannot think of a better way to put out a 20th episode of new figure pickups than what we have in store today. And as you can see from the title, you already know what's happening. It is Powertown Series 1 Ultras. And we've got the whole set here. We're going to go over it. We're going to check some of them out. We're even going to unbox a couple of them. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it because I have a feeling this video might be a little lengthy, but all for good reason. We're going to jump right into it. We've got our first Powertown Series 1 Ultra, none other than the man Luthez himself. And as I would say, guys, I mean, definitely one of the most modern figures that we have of him now. I want to say the last Luthez figure, I believe, was made somewhere in the 80s. I'm not even sure if he has anything of this scale out today. I mean, I know people make customs. I know some people do, whatever, mashups, mix-ups, fix-ups, whatever you want to call them. But this is official. We finally have ourselves a officially licensed Luthez figure. And a couple of these guys in here are going to be all in that same realm. You know what I mean? Things that we haven't seen yet. I mean, obviously, we've gotten a Kerry Von Erich from, Mattel. We've gotten a couple other of these figures throughout the years, maybe classic superstars, even some in Mattel, again, like Magnum TA, but these are figures that you are not seeing anywhere else. These are figures with some detail that we're not getting anywhere else. So at least as we've been told. So let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. And let's start off with Luthez first and foremost. So as you guys can see with the packaging here, give you guys a good look. It does have a window with a door on the front of it, so you can still see who it is. You can kind of still get a little bit of a glimpse of who the person is in the box. A little piece of their figure being shown there. But with the door and the way that it's set up, there's like a little magnetic strip in here, so you can get under there. It pops open a little bit, and then you can open that up. I'm going to try not to bend these too much, but as you can see, we get the full blurb on the inside here. I'm not going to read every single one of them for you, but just so you guys can have an idea of what they look like and a more up front and personal, up close and personal view. And so it's got the door on it, and as you can see here, like I said, full blurb, couple of pictures in there as well. Really nice work that they've done here with this packaging. I think it is amazing. I would have preferred the backing to have this and have it be a full open front, but I think these figures were really trying to be something new, different, and all the way around unique. So by doing this, I know we have seen similar things in the past, but definitely not anything that's up and current right now, I think, with this exact design. So very cool to have something different and something new. So we get into it from here. As you can see with Luthez inside here, we've got a great head scan on him, showing some 5 o'clock shadow. Might be a little tough for you guys to get that on camera, but in person it is very easily to be seen. So we got a little 5 o'clock shadow there on Lou. He's got his generic classic black with the white lace boots with a little bit of the sock coming out of the top there, a little bit of white sock showing. He's got his entrance towel as well as an extra fist. He's also got the hands that already come on him, which are both open. They are grabbing hands, microphone holding hands, weapon holding hands, if that, maybe belt holding hands, considering that he does come with the World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. And of course, I think some of these may be worded a bit differently. I'm not sure if all of them were licensed or exactly to a T. I know maybe the belt looks the same, but has minor differences. Not sure if that's with all, but maybe with some. And so he does have the title included with him there. It is the smallest title, I believe, of all the ones that we do have. And definitely cool and different, something different to finally have these belts, I think, which is what got so many collectors excited. I know I was definitely excited when I saw them. However, also wanting to get these figures as well, it was great to be able to kind of have them mix and match with both of them, because now you're kind of getting that really appeal to the collector. I mean, sometimes I see figures come out where it's like, I really want the belt, but I don't really care for the figure, or vice versa. A figure comes out and I'm like, the accessories are just really blah, and I'm not really caring for it. But with these, I feel like they almost hit it across the board. Maybe a couple little things here and there that we'll get to, but definitely really cool. Again, just a great figure overall, and to be able to have something of this newer technology and modern style figures for some of these guys that wrestled the 50s, the 40s, the 60s, 70s, 80s, all the way up until even current times. I mean, as we know, Jeez, now I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, see, this is how bad it is. Now this is where my heart hurts because Ted DiBiase isn't in this set anymore. So for me to go and talk about him that way, obviously we cannot. But so with these figures though, I think that they are really, really great. This Luthez looks amazing. The entrance jacket and everything, I think is all rubber goods on these for the most part. I don't think any of them come with cloth goods. I'd have to just double check. I haven't really gone through them all just yet, so we're saving the excitement for everybody here. But we've got the nameplate down here. We've got the Ultras Premium Collection on the side here, obviously showing Series 1 in there. And then we'll close this up, and we'll go around to the sides. Got Luthez on this side as well as this side, and also over here, as you can see, it does say that it is Series 1, it is figure number 2, similar to what they're doing with the AEW and the Jazzwares. Those figures are all numbered across the board, so very cool that we are getting, number figures as well. I guess it's kind of neat. It's a little something to throw into the collection as well and see them all in numerical order, but very, very cool. Excited to see something different again, packaging being very different than what we're used to. On the back, of course, you got the cross-sell of the rest of the figures that are in that set, as well as Luthez up top there with some shots of the front, the back, jacket on, jacket off, goods on, goods off, and with the belt there as well. So, but without further ado, we're going to put him off to the side. That is Luthez Series 1 Powertown Ultras, as we make our way into the second figure that we have lined up here, which is none other than Verne Gagne. And Verne Gagne, again, another figure where I'm not even sure if Remco or if maybe some of those old AWA figures ever had him made. I'm not even sure. Not sure. It wasn't something that I was following then, not figures that I've searched after, so my knowledge on that is a little bit hazy, a little bit, thin, but it is definitely clearly the newest and most modern figure we have of him, and I don't think there's anything even close to this as of this point. Again, going back to maybe the 70s or the 80s if there was a figure of him then, but from that point forward, I don't think we've probably seen any. So Verne Gagne, same thing. We come up to the door here on this side, pop that open, the magnet, obviously, like I said, holding it in there. We've got the blurb again, and then we get over to Verne himself, and again, same thing as the Luthez. We've got the entrance towel, we've got the entrance jacket, and, again, the rubber goods. He's got an extra hand there as well, which is actually kind of funny. Again, now I'm going through these kind of like all together with you guys right now, and we have hands on them again, but yet another one with a closed fist, but only one, only one extra hand. So, I don't know, could we have maybe gotten a couple extra hand accessories? Possibly. Is it that big of a deal? Not to me anyway, but, maybe to some collectors it is a bit more important. And then with this one, again, we have all the same setups here. We got the name down the bottom. We've got the Ultras Premium Collection up there. We've got the Series 1 off to the side being covered. When you open the door, you get to see that. And up here, we have the, as it says here, the Police Gazette belt included, and I'm probably butchering that to all kinds of degrees, but as far as I know, this has always been the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. That's as far as I know. I mean, I could be wrong. Again, guys, feel free to sound off in the comments, maybe give me a little extra knowledge for my next video, but I do believe that this has always been the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. Again, maybe licensing issues kind of had problems with getting direct names put on there or organizations, especially when I believe that the AWA is currently owned by WWE through their library, through their purchases of the territories and all those organizations throughout the years. But with this figure, again, we come in. I love the belt. I think this is actually, out of all the figures here, I'd say this is probably my favorite as far as the titles are concerned. If it's not, it's a close tie for my favorite. But Verne Gagne, looking great. Amazing figure. So happy to add this to the collection. And we're not going to go over the back on all of these because they are all the same thing. The sides have, all identical figure, series number, figure number. The back's got the cross-sell, all that good stuff. And like I said, the blurbs in here, we're not going to read all those off either. But Verne Gagne, Powertown Ultras, Series 1. We'll show you the back just really quick. Give you an idea what's going on back there. They show everything with him, as well as the rest of these figures in this set, all very much the same and in uniform. So, again, Verne Gagne, Powertown Ultras Series 1. Up next, we've got a figure that I actually was holding off on and getting in the Mattel series because these were being released. So I said, well, let me hold off on getting him and see how good this one is. Maybe if it's not up to par, if it's not up to spec, we will maybe have to go after the Mattel version as well. But we are bringing to you now the man himself, Magnum TA, a guy who had quite the career ahead of him and unfortunately cut short due to, tragic life events. And not to say that those events took him at the time or, took his life away, but obviously took his career away. And Magnum TA was all of a ladies' man, that's for sure. He was kind of like the more... how do you want to say, the more motorcycle riding, Harley Davidson type guy. He was the yin to the yang with Ric Flair, but very much in a similar way at that time and in the territories, and definitely was a great performer. Had the audience captivated every time, and definitely knew what he was doing on the microphone. So that is Magnum TA from the front here. We're going to pop open the door as always, give you the blurb on the inside there. And like I said, we can see all this in here with the photos, figure in there with the belt and everything else. And as I've said before, with these, perfect example of the licensing issues. So the NWA is obviously still up and running right now. This on here states as it is the NWA United States Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. The title is clearly able to be used with its proper name because the NWA probably released the rights to it. They're probably allowing this to happen. It is not a WWE thing, so of course, that is why this is in all of its glory as it should be. So, without further ado, we'll go down here. Like I said, we've got the blurb and some pictures on this side. We've got Magnum TA on the bottom there, the Ultras Premium Collection and Series 1, as they all are. We've got the removable knee pads on there, which a lot of people have said that the knee pads and the elbow pads are, I guess, really, really good. They're saying that the material is so great. Mattel needs to take notes, so on and so forth. I guess we'll see what happens in the future. As I would say, if it's not broke, don't fix it, and if Mattel's doing just fine the way they've been going, no reason to switch it up now, right? Over 100 Elite Series in and thousands of figures at this point in. So I don't think they need any reason to switch it up. But I've been hearing that the knee pads and the elbow pads are great. He's got some really awesome detail in the boots as well as his signature leather jacket. I love how they got the belt buckle and the strap hanging there. Great details. Details that mean a lot when you really start getting into the price point of some of these figures. And as most of you know, when these figures were originally up for pre-order, I believe they were like $300 for the set. I know now you can buy the set again for about $300. Right now, it's back up for order as of this moment. And I believe these figures were selling for like $50 to $60, somewhere in that range a piece. If you go on eBay, you're certainly not going to find that. That is for sure. These figures are up around the $100 range, if not more. So, again, we've got the one extra hand, as I see that's what we're going for in these figures, and we've got the belt there, and obviously the whole look, and we'll get you a little close up there on the on his face and on the head scan. I mean, it is just absolutely Magnum TA. I mean, this figure is head and shoulders above the Mattel, in my opinion. But this is all speculation, all in opinion. Some people might think that the Mattel figure is blowing this one away, and maybe to certain things it may, but this is looking really good from my perspective, from my collectability, and Magnum TA just looking great, looking like a great figure. So really happy to add that one to the collection as well. I'll show you the back here, just to give you guys a quick look. Same thing as always, showing the goods on, the goods off, the belt with, the belt without. I don't know, is the belt without? Well, we do have a one with the belt without, but so yeah, it's a little bit of everything back there, just showing you the cross sell and all of the goods. Up next, this is one that is extremely important in the collection. Very happy to have it, and it actually has recently allowed me to put my Legends Series 6 Kerry Von Erich up for sale. As comparing them together, I understand some people are going to say, well, there's no comparison, Series 6 of Mattel, the infancy of Mattel, it's just so different, two totally different things. But I don't know, I think this figure just looks so much better. It made me really not like my Legends Kerry Von Erich anymore. So without further ado, here we go. It is Kerry Von Erich in the Powertown Ultras, and this figure is awesome. I really think they did a great job on it. I'm extremely excited to maybe even possibly open this one and check it out. We'll see here in a minute. But Kerry Von Erich, we've got him from the front here as all the rest with the small open window. We open it up here. We've got the blurb. We've got the pictures. We've got the whole 9 yards going here. And it's just, you know, it's a great figure. It looks great. Again, the head sculpt, the hair, the face, the 5 o'clock shadow, just everything about it is just so perfect. And as always, we have, which was the Von Erich Association, essentially, at the time. We've got the World Class, let's try this one more time, guys. We've got the World Class Wrestling Association World Heavyweight Championship belt, and that is what is in here with Kerry Von Erich. You know, obviously, the movie coming out soon will have a little bit more insight to more of the behind the scenes, maybe a little bit more of the Von Erich story, even though it's been discussed for years now, and what a tragic family story it has been all these years. And it's unfortunate, you know. And speaking of which, I don't even know if she is, but is Lacey Von Erich still wrestling? Is she still, you know, still doing things? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to check that out, because as far as I know, she is the last and only living, you know, relative and living legacy to the legacy of the Von Erich. So hopefully she's still doing something. Maybe we'll see her out there on YouTube a little bit later. I'm gonna have to go check that out. But again, Kerry Von Erich here. Looking as only he can, and looking great as only Kerry Von Erich can. Of course, coming with the rubber goods as always. He's got the extra claw hand, that claw, the iconic Kerry Von Erich claw, the Von Erich claw in general. Just what a iconic piece that is for an accessory, and it's very nice to see that they included that, at least with the extra hand. I don't know if he's got he doesn't even have a closed fist. Oh, he does. Do we got one down here? What do we got down here? We do. So maybe I missed it. I'll have to double check. I don't think I did, but we do actually have an extra hand in this one. So we've got a fist down here, we've got the claw up here, and then we've got the 2 open hands that are on him. So pretty cool. At least that's something that I feel they should have added. Glad that they did. And Kerry Von Erich looking great as always. So this is Kerry Von Erich Powertown Ultra Series 1. You know, the jacket looks great. Everything just looks very Von Erich, very varsity. You know what I mean? It's looking good. So who knows? This might be one that does get opened, as we do have a little surprise at the end of this video. But the back showing off the cross-sell and everything else there, like I've said before. And that is Kerry Von Erich, Powertown Series 1 Ultras. Up next, I think we can kind of maybe do these. Actually, no, we'll do these single. We're still going to do them singly. First, we've got Stan Hansen with the PWF World Tag Team Championship belt. And as many of you know, as I was about to say earlier in this video, very upsetting in a way that we lost out on Ted DiBiase. I was really looking forward to getting that figure with the Stan Hansen, obviously in their tag team gear. It is cool that they were able to still incorporate it with Bruiser Brody. Almost said Brody Lee there. But very cool that they were still able to incorporate it with Bruiser Brody and make something of it, make something happen. I was very unsure of how that was going to go when the announcement came that they were dropping it. And, you know, again, licensing issues. So, but without further ado, we'll get into the Stan Hansen here. And like I said, when you get on the inside here, I think they actually did it with Bruiser Brody. They did put the Bruiser Brody in there. So it does show him with Bruiser Brody and the tag titles, which is very cool. Glad that they added that and were able to fix it before it was too late. I mean, I don't know how much of this was in production by the time that the Ted DiBiase issue occurred and that they pulled him from the line. However, I don't think that we may probably not see that moving forward unless something drastically changes with his WWE contract, which I believe he's still under a Legends contract with them. So Stan Hansen, Powertown Ultras Series 1, and as always, you know, the box is all the same as the rest. We've got Stan Hansen on the bottom here. We've got the Ultras and the Powertown Premium Collection up top, Series 1. He does come with his cloth goods. I believe they are still all cloth goods. It is looking so. The rope that he does come with is actually pretty cool, though, because it is actual rope. It's not rubber. It's definitely something that I enjoy to see something like that more. I can't remember who the last figure was that we got with like a rope or something. I know it's something recent. It's probably over here somewhere. I can't even see it fast enough to be able to say it. But the last Mattel figure that we got that came with a rope like that, I believe, was rubber. As a matter of fact, I think it was the Defining Moments Cody Rhodes. So, and with this again, we do get just the one hand down the bottom. It's a, rock out style hand there. He's got the two open hands for grabbing. He's got the cowbell down the bottom. We've got the PWF World Tag Team Championship in there as well. And of course, like I said, he comes with his iconic gear. Got the SH on the pants there for Stan Hansen. Got the skull on the jacket as well as the SH on the other side. Again, Stan Hansen. And looks great. Great figure. Very happy to add this to the collection. Happy to add this whole series to the collection. And without further ado, that is Stan Hansen out of Powertown Ultras Series 1. All right, guys, so now we have come to the end of this and the last figure that is up for review, and that is going to be none other than Bruiser Brody. Again, this is a awesome figure. So happy that we were able to get this. I was actually very much considering and was on the search to get a Classic Superstars Bruiser Brody. I think that was Classic Superstars Series 8 Bruiser Brody, and so I was very much looking forward to get him soon. I do like the Classic Superstars one to an extent of the look and the change and just differences that they do have. Very, different in some areas, very similar in others. So it was a kind of a debate on what I wanted to do with that. I was like, again, do we just stick with buying these figures elsewhere and then just buying the few that were, exclusively to this set? And obviously the Luthez, the Vern Gagne, the Stan Hansen, those three, you absolutely would have had to have gotten through this. You could have gotten Bruiser Brody through the Classic Superstars. You could have gotten the Kerry Von Erich through the Mattel Legends line. You could have gotten the, geez, now I'm losing my train of thought here. You could have gotten the Magnum TA from the Mattel Lost Legends, I think it was. It was an Elite series, but I think it was like 47B or 48B or something like that. Again, all figures that you could have gotten there or here, but to get them all in this set and kind of put them together just made sense. So here we are with the full series. And like I said, again, coming into this Bruiser Brody, a great figure. Really, really well done. We open up the door on him there. We've got the blurb and everything on the side there with some photos, some pictures. I don't know. Did they use the same photo? They didn't. So maybe, again, maybe this was a production thing, because now does it say anything about Stan Hansen in here? It might, but I'm not sure. Oh, yep. No, it does. It does. So they did have enough time to fix this on both ends. The Stan Hansen does have a picture of him and Bruiser Brody. The Bruiser Brody has a blurb section with Stan Hansen in there. So it is definitely, at least it's put together well. It was all done as it should have been. So, and, but yeah, with the Bruiser Brody here, let's get right into it. The boots, very, very nice. Look great. Very happy with that. Bruiser Brody is the only guy that doesn't come with an extra hand. Oh, no, he does come with an extra hand. So his alternative hand is... Oh, it's hidden. It is hidden behind right here, guys. So you cannot see it, but it is back there. So he does come with an extra hand. The hand is just very much like this. He does come with the chain and his vest, and the chain is actual chain, which is very cool as well. I think they did the same thing with the Junkyard Dog in his last Legends figure, so that's very cool as well that we get some of these very, realistic accessories. He also comes with one half of the PWF World Tag Team Championships, and again, Bruiser Brody in all of his likeness. Got the cuts on the head showing the scarring, the blood, him, Abdullah the Butcher, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, a lot of these guys, I mean, they bled a lot through their career. They've cut themselves up a few more times than they'd probably like to admit. But without further ado, we're going to wrap up the series here before we get into our next little special part here that I got for everybody, which I'm sure some people will be very excited to see. Bruiser Brody, we're going to put him over here for a second, because now we're going to do a little bit of a comparison. So Bruiser Brody, he is 6'8", 300 pounds. Andre the Giant is 7'4", over 500 pounds, as they have been billed throughout their career. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take Bruiser Brody, 6'8", 300 pounds. We're going to open him out of the Powertown Ultras. We're going to compare him next to an Ultimate Edition Andre the Giant. and we are going to see just how close or how far off we are in scale here. And we might even open one more figure just to even give that maybe difference of, how do I want to say, maybe a guy that's a little bit closer to 6 foot versus a guy that's supposed to be over 7 feet. So, to even see how much of a difference is in that, as well as a comparison to the direct Powertown Ultras figure itself. So, without further ado, we're going to pop the Ultimates Andre back out of the package here, as we've already done this. God only knows how many times. But we're going to pop Andre out of the packaging here. Put him down there. And put these off to the side. So we're going to put Andre like such. And we will also get the Powertown Ultras Bruiser Brody open here. Oh, we might not even have to cut it. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. It'll probably peel the box, and then I'm just going to get upset. And so, might be just easier just to cut through. And there you go. The seal is broken, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. First Powertown Ultras being opened on Matt's Wrestling Collectibles here. Bruiser Brody. Let's see what we got. All right, guys. So, as most of you already know, oh, and he does come with other accessories you couldn't even see. He had the wood board, his plank down there, which is actually looks to be very small, to be honest. Does have a piece of plastic over the top here protecting it, so you got to take that off first, and that is actually sealed on there as well. Wow, doing a really good job here keeping these figures in the package. I did not expect that, but that is pretty cool. So we're going to tuck that piece of tape under there. And the sides tape. No, we should be able to pop this off now. There we go. So now we got Bruiser Brody coming out. And the reason why I wanted to do this comparison was because I was like, wow, this figure looks pretty big. Definitely looking very, very big. Yeah. Oh boy here. Okay. Well, so as you guys can see, I don't know if you're even able to get that on there, but I mean, if we're getting the heads, that's the most important part. So we're going to come down here. We're going to get an eye level. And when I say these two could not be any closer in height, we are going to stand this Bruiser Brody as straight as we can, as well as we're going to stand up the Andre as straight as we can. And we're going to put them back to back. And Andre is just barely towering this. Just barely. Barely. Skimming the top. It's a close one. Photo finish at that. Well, as you guys can see here, with both of these basically side by side, I mean, that is exactly what you're getting. And these guys are almost identical. I guess while we have this out, we should also check out some of these other accessories. The cloth, or not cloth, the rubber goods jacket here. Very, very flexible, which is nice. Some of them are way, way too hard. You can't even get them to get on some of these figures. So that's nice. I'm not even going to pop the board out. I think I'm just going to leave it in there, the little piece of wood. Oh, and where did... Oh, his hand was in there. The hand fell out. Thought that was weird. I'm like, where did that come from? So that actually just falls right out. I guess that's probably why they have this the way it is. There's nothing holding these in. It's just they just fall out. And this is the title belt that he comes with as well. Give you guys an idea of just the length in that. I mean, it's almost as tall as the figure with the strap. I don't know if the Andre belt is probably similar. No, the Andre the Giant belt that comes with him, which most people know of having that extremely long strap, is actually shorter than this. So that's pretty crazy. These are, pretty tall. Might be almost as tall as Vern Gagne or Luthez with this belt. The chain and everything's falling all over the place. We're going to have to get that put back in there the right way. Got the chain on the ground here somewhere. I don't even know. Everything's falling everywhere, guys. We're going to get to it. But I'm not even going to open another figure because it's not really a point in doing so now. We can see directly in front of us here that these figures are a bit higher on the scale side and they're a bit taller on the scale side. So again, we have 6'8", 300 pounds as build, 7'4", over 500 pounds as build, and they are almost identical in height. So, and as well as the body style too. I mean, if he's 300 and he's 500 plus, Andre's either slimming down or Brody is trying to trick the scale. But it's either way, great figures, guys. I'm very happy to have Powertown Series 1 Ultras in the collection. This video has gone probably a little bit further than I had anticipated, so I appreciate you guys watching all the way through and getting to this point. So for myself, Powertown Ultras Series 1 and Andre from the Ultimate series of Mattel, and this comparison and this whole video. I am Matt. This is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit like on the video. It helps me out tremendously. And also get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for our next video, as we will be back with probably episode 21 of New Figure Pickups sooner than later. We have another package coming in, as well as we also have our video coming up soon of the WWE video game collection, as well as a couple other things in there, and some comparisons, and just kind of seeing what games are the best, what is the best as far as ranking, what you guys think is the best. And, like I said, more videos to come, guys. So I appreciate you being with me throughout this journey. We're almost at 500 subscribers, and I'm sure we will be on our way soon to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Amazing to even sit there and say that we've come this far in such a short time. So I appreciate you all, for everybody, just like I said, sticking with me through all of this. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope you are all having a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you all in the next video.